What's happening, friends? Ditty here with another Destiny Strike walkthrough. This time it's the summoning pits. Just like the Devil's Lair, you can skip these first few enemies as they're not technically part of the strike, unless of course a random public event happens like this. Then obviously you want to go ahead and take care of that. This first encounter is quite easy. There's a few thralls and a few acolytes, and I've only ever seen at most 2 wizards in this area. Now this is important. I switched from a blade dancer to a gunslinger class here because I want my super ability to be more useful against the boss in this strike. Blade dancer would be more useful against the mobs, but we'll get there in a minute. Now this is your first checkpoint. Again, you'll have to defend against 3 waves of enemies. The first wave is really easy because it's only thralls and acolytes and regular knights. The second wave is where it gets a little bit more difficult. A few hive majors spawn in, but luckily they're the ranged kind and they don't charge you. The final wave is a bit more difficult than that. Cursed thralls explode when you kill them, so be careful how close you get. This can be beneficial in later stages of the strike because as they explode they do splash damage to enemies around them, so you can actually use the cursed thralls to quickly dispatch a group of enemies, which is super useful in the final room. After the door opens, the next room has an ogre, some cursed thralls, and a knight major guarding the outside. Just stay back and use grenades, and if you want, a rocket launcher to easily take this group out. There's a few groups of hive that spawn out here on this platform, and a few that will spawn just to the right near the outside, so be careful and watch your back. There are 2 knight majors guarding the entrance into the summoning pits. Grenades are probably the best way to quickly get rid of these guys. Finally, we're in the summoning pits. This is where we fight Fogoth. Just like Sepix Prime, there's a grace period for when he starts to attack you with his eye beam, so you'll actually want to take out the enemies around the pit first, specifically the knights in the top right platforms shooting down at you. These knights can be an incredible pain and should be taken out ASAP. And for the love of God, do not stand on this first platform. It's too exposed and enemies spawn just to the right of you and can easily take you out. Just move away from the door. Now you can technically defeat Fogoth from inside the door where you first enter, but that's hardly any fun, isn't it? I recommend standing in this location to the far left of the entrance, right behind this wall. You can easily duck in and out of cover while shooting Fogoth, and you can quickly focus the mobs that spawn. These mobs are when being a blade dancer could come in handy. Being able to quickly get rid of the mob without wasting your ammo is a really nice thing. Also, you'll notice that I've switched over to an auto rifle from a hand cannon again. This is because I want to maximize my DPS when fighting the boss. Just concentrate your fire on his chest area and voila! Easy game, easy life. Thanks for watching, everybody. Where are we going next? That's right, you guessed it.
Venus? Venus, baby! Venus!
See y'all Starside.
Finally, the abomination has been destroyed. The Vanguard will be grateful.